There's a new city council member in New York City who won, and his name is Harvey Epstein.
You're joking, right?
No.
Harvey Epstein?
Which, that guy broke through the fucking glass ceiling.
I mean...
That's like if our new president's name was Hitler bin Laden. And welcome everybody to episode 21 of
Gen Xenophobic.
I'm your host, Wyatt.
I'm Luca Branches. And
Luke,
what's up?
Whoa, you're getting right into it. Okay, no foreplay on this podcast.
You wanted to tickle the balls? What were you? So Luke, what's up with you today?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yes.
Luke's
Okay,
like, nah,
Mr.
bro,
Maine.
we gotta cut the fat.
Yeah, I know.
on this
Let me
podcast.
speak. Yeah. No, dude. I don't know. I just thought of this earlier today because, like, it's kind of been lingering in my life. But I was talking to my
In
friend
your
earlier
life,
today.
you have a life?
Yeah, I do have a life. Unlike you, yes, I have one.
I have
do.
more of a life than you.
You have what? Editing videos, yeah. Sleeping, you do
Excuse
that.
you.
You have a cat. You have a cat.
Excuse me. Somebody
What?
here right now. Okay.
Okay.
Oh!
Unless she's shown on the screen, she doesn't exist. Unless
Yeah.
she's shown on the screen, she doesn't exist. Well, I don't know. Do you see anybody, viewers? Do you see any? I don't see anyone. I don't know. I think
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Hey, you know what?
Okay,
Wyatt
tell me
this.
about your fucking life. Okay.
Wyatt started this I have a life rant.
Okay, no. The only reason I fucking started this rant is because, no joke, Dad called me the other day.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
he called me the other day.
No, this is a momentous occasion. Usually, Mom calls you like, okay. Dad calls you like something went
Dad calls
terribly
literally.
wrong.
I literally
Something-
thought like a relative died. Or,
Yeah, no,
like,
I was like, okay, well.
I thought Dad's
yeah,
like,
Grandpa's-
hey, dude, I got a parking ticket in your name for $300 or something
Yeah, it's
crazy.
like,
Dad
like,
called.
Dad calls it's in trouble. You're in
Dude, Dad
trouble.
calls, your heart fucking stops.
No.
I was getting palpitations, and it's not like that. Like I love my
No,
dad,
I know,
of course,
obviously, but
it's just
he
like,
just doesn't
oh,
call.
Fuck.
He doesn't like. he doesn't
Everyone
call
has
very-
one parent that you call all the time, and one parent
Yeah.
that's like the serious, like, oh
Yeah, it's like
shit.
that you don't call. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So Dad called me, and basically he told me, he's like, hey, like I can see you're doing well, but like you gotta live a life too. You know, like you're just too hyper focused. You gotta do other stuff. Make sure you like have time off to
the
travel.
hell?
And I was like, is our workaholic dad really telling me
Yeah.
to do less? That's
Well,
crazy.
that's nice of him. That's actually.
It is
wow,
nice of him,
you know
but
what?
ever since Dad said that to me, I've been taking
Yeah.
it seriously.
I know. Well, that's kind of funny because you're like, Dad's. Woo.
I know,
Holy
right? You would
shit.
never expect Dad
He
to say
called-
that.
No, well, the funniest thing, that's actually insane. I would have. Dad always does that where out of nowhere he just has a really heartfelt moment.
That's
where you're
like
he's like, I gotta
if-
keep it real with you, G. Like, you're like, oh shit, Dad. It's like, dude, this came out after like for 3 months. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, really? Wow. And how long did you talk?
I know.
for?
That's like light Yagami tell you to stop overthinking about things.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
Like, I'm like,
No,
what?
Well, it's like the goat. Yeah, like what? Wait, okay.
No, we talked for
so
like
he
40
called, Really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's really nice. Wow.
While I was biking over the Queensboro Bridge, and I realized he's right. So like all weekend I've been doing shit now. Like I went to Alex Quo's birthday party. Shout out Alex Quo. He might be on
Very
this
good.
podcast soon. I hung out with Serby. I've been just like going out and doing things, trying to let myself be okay with not like being okay like wasting time. You know, not working on the career.
Well, no, it's smart because for me, at least, I kind of have to. You're more of a joke writer, but I have to because otherwise I can't. I need to like be in a different situation to feel how I feel, think how I think, like just be in that to write like a premise or something. But that is so. Wait, so Dad didn't call you like, hey, taxes also.
No.
You gotta have a life. It was
No.
just raw the life thing. That's very sweet. That's very sweet.
Is that sweet?
That's sweet, yeah.
No, it is sweet.
Well,
it is sweet.
Okay, well, here's the thing: is I feel like that's a good over the phone conversation. I can't he can't like look me in the eyes, hold my hands, and tell me like, buddy, like you know,
Just like you're driving in the car. He's like, hey, you
Yeah.
want to come to he's like, hey, you want to come do this errand with me? You want to go to the bank with me? And then
Yeah,
on the
no,
way
it's
there,
like,
he's
you
like,
just have to let some shit
Wyatt,
off, you need a.
he's
well,
like, I see you're very hyper focused. You need to kind of let other things happen to you. He's like, just take some time off, do somethings. And I'm like,
That's insane, man. That's just I honestly, this is like a revelation to me. I don't believe you that this happened. I don't believe that this happened.
you can go
There's
ask
no
him,
way
man.
that
You
happened.
can go ask him.
That's
You can
beautiful.
go
That's
ask
so
him.
nice. I feel like I have FOMO now. I haven't got one of those in a bit, but that's
wait till
really
you're
nice.
25 and your father
I
will
know.
call you and tell you what.
I know. You know what? I hope I get one of those in the program. I'll feel like wow, you know. But
Because
I think
I thought I was doing good things. Like we were helping Ruth launch her brand, right?
I know.
Resewn. Remember to follow at Resewn Studios. That's something we were doing all week, right? And it was like, because like I and to a lesser extent you, we're trying to teach Ruth Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like introducing your good friend to meth.
no, well, yeah, it's kind of like you're like you don't want to go down this path, but you have to. Like, there's no other choice here. Like, if you want to be cool, it's like drinking and stuff. Like, if you want to be a part of the cool kids club and you want to be what's called, you have to drink.
So I wanted to ask you, what do you think is worse, weed or Instagram?
Okay, that's actually pretty hard. I actually,
Kinda hard.
unironically, I think it's Instagram.
Okay, fair. I
For
think I agree with
wasting
you.
time.
I think I agree with you. Cigarettes or Instagram? That's hard.
Okay,
That's,
okay. Here's the thing.
I think Instagram is a drug about on the level of cigarettes.
So no, I actually agree. Cigarettes, it cuts maybe let's say 10 years off your life. Instagram is 20 years off your life, just from looking at it. I mean, honestly,
Instagram,
your phone.
They're different metrics. Cigarettes cuts 10 years off your life. Instagram cuts 10 hours off your day. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying overall, yeah, like literally.
But it
So,
also just makes
I
you a
don't know.
shittier person. So
It does make you a
also
shittier
that.
person. It makes you less social. It makes you live less of a life. So probably Instagram. Unironically.
Okay, how high up on drugs do we have to get to before there's a drug worse than Instagram? Adderall? Is Adderall worse than Instagram?
Adderall's not worse than Instagram. Adderall. Who's addicted
Coke?
to Adderall?
Coke?
Cocaine's probably worse.
No,
Cocaine's-
Adderall is addictive, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I know some people who are addicted to Adderall that you
yeah.
actually know. I'm not going to name them on this podcast.
Rohit is addicted to Adderall.
No, not Rohit.
I'm just
not
kidding.
Rohit.
I was like,
But
really?
yeah.
That's funny. Damn. Okay, you should
There was a
probably bleep
great
that.
Adderall shortage. I will fucking bleep it, obviously.
You should pull
There
up
was
a
a great
picture of her.
Adderall shortage like a year ago, and like she was like, "Dude, I'm sweeping all day." Like,
Really? Wow, I didn't know
she's like,
that.
it's just horrible. It's just horrible.
Maybe Adderall
Yeah.
makes you hella
Well,
good at like.
They're
talking
the
to
kind of
people.
person. I'm trying to not use like he, she pronouns, so
Yeah.
they don't know who it is. But they're the kind of person who you're like, when do they sleep? They're always out doing shit.
That is true.
Then they finish all their work. You're like, you gotta be on something.
Well, what does Adderall do? I thought it just makes you think hella. Like you're just the thinker.
I
from The
don't
Flash.
actually know because like I'm a boring guy. I do my little weed. I do my little alcohol. I don't do shit otherwise.
I think
Anyways.
yeah.
Like
I definitely
the
would
Flash.
like to. No, I
It's
thought
like
you
Limit. You ever
genuinely-
watch Limitless with Bradley Cooper?
Yeah. Dude, I literally saw this. Like, I can learn a language if I just listen to like whatever for like 10 seconds. That's
Limitless is
insane.
actually a great movie. It's a
sounds
good movie,
cool.
man.
It sounds cool. I think it's a show, but it does.
No,
sound
it's a
cool.
show too. They made a show after the movie. Yeah.
But yeah, Adderall is one of those. Well, I mean, the problem is you don't do it when you need it the most, which is during school, or at least college. You do
No,
need
people
it,
use
and
Adderall.
that's when people
It's
use it in
called
college.
Study Buddy. That's one of the. Imagine
Really?
just
like photo
Yeah.
math or something. Like yeah, dude, I was using
Photo
Study
Math.
Buddy.
Study Buddy
No, like
is
it's like an
it's
app.
a nickname for Adderall. Oh yeah, it
didn't know
does
that.
sound like app. It does sound like app, but yeah, people use Adderall for which also, you know,
What?
another person in my life told me that they sell Adderall or they
Ooh,
used
that's
to sell
way
Adderall.
worse. Okay, that's
Told
less
me
way
that she
worse.
sells
Look,
Adderall, and I
look.
was like,
That
"Wow, why are you?"
Here's what I think.
See, that's another thing. I was like, she was like, "What are you doing today?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. You want to go for like dinner or whatever?" So we went just to one of the places that we get for free on Storytime,
That's nice.
you know. And
Yeah.
so she was like, "Yeah, I used to sell Adderall," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to bleep a lot of stuff on this."
Okay,
one.
no. Here's the thing. What I think is if a young person tells you, like, if they're 30s, they tell you, "Oh yeah, I used to sell Adderall." You're like, you clearly still sell Adderall. I mean, like, it's like you're 30 years old. When
That's a
when did
lucrative
you
business.
sell?
Why-
When
yeah.
did you stop selling
At most
Adderall?
10
Like,
years ago. Which
yeah,
isn't shit.
like when you were 20, you were selling it. But when an old person tells you that, it's like, oh, that's a very nice story, and I love to hear about that. Like, you know what I mean though? Like, it's like,
yes.
wow, I am.
It's like I used to spread crack cocaine around the black community. You're like, wow.
It's like, okay.
You have a story. You have a life.
No,
so
it's interesting. It's like reading a book. Yeah, it's like, okay.
Tell me more. Actually, that's funny. That's like one guy who lives in my building. You know, so I'm friends with my doorman, Derek. Shout out, Derek. But
We're really giving
downstairs,
shout-outs
we were talking.
today.
Yeah, hey, people like it. You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
people actually
I
fuck
know.
with it.
Okay.
But I was talking to Derek, and then we were talking to one of these other guys that lives in the building. He's like 80 years old, and he's like, yeah, I used to work for Pfizer before they were all that. I helped roll out their first big drug that made them who they are today. And we're like, which one is that? He's like, Viagra. I was like, what?
Who even knew Pfizer?
He's like, back in the day, there used to be just piles and piles of Viagra all over the Pfizer headquarters. We could just take them by the handful and just bring them back home. And
okay, wait, what? But okay, yeah, that's a random detail.
Like, I bought this apartment off of Pfizer, off of Viagra. I was like, okay.
The funny part of that is if they were known, nobody knew they made Viagra, and they really got to cover that shit up with the COVID vaccine. It's like hearing a
that's what I said. I was like, they only got famous. They only got famous. Well, you know what's funny
is a vaccine.
People who know the history of Viagra know this, but it was originally meant as a heart medication.
Really?
Like it was supposed to lower your supposed to raise your blood pressure, I believe.
So like Grandpa was just walking around.
And so then they put it into human trials. They put it into human trials, and it gave people erections, and they're like, actually, this would sell better than a heart medication.
Whoa, yeah, that is kind of funny, actually. That is hilarious. That's such a weird thing, though.
I know.
It's like if Pornhub released like education. Okay, I don't know, but you know what I mean.
So, hey guys, we have new tour dates to announce. I'm so hyped for the whole summer, from Beyond Summer. We're getting ready to announce the entirety of 2025. We're working on it, seriously.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, this is all thanks to you guys. Like in July, we have 9 tour dates.
Wow.
10 tour dates in July. When we had like
crazy.
2 tour dates a month, like you guys showed up, and that's why we're able to get to this point. So like seriously, that means so much to us. Like thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you
so much. I know it's like lame to say this, but like it really means a lot.
I'm not gonna lie. I always see those guys, and I'm like, what's this gay guy like thanking me for? Like I don't know. I don't. But it is very nice. I actually do appreciate it.
No, but especially when I meet you guys in real life, it means so much. So here's what we're gonna do. We have too many tour dates, and you know, this is everyone's favorite. We're gonna make Luke hold his breath.
Not again, dude. No, I thought
Luke,
you said you had a new idea.
Ad performed so well that we had to. I don't know how it performed, but basically, okay. Since Luke has school, he's not on a few of these dates. He's on most of them. But so here's what we're gonna do. You get to take a breath and say, "I'm not on this one." When we get to one that you're not on, okay?
Okay, yeah, sure. I know the ones I'm not on in a month.
3, 2, 1. Okay, announcing these tour dates. June 5th, Augusta, Georgia. June 6th, Columbia, South Carolina. June 7th, Charlotte, North Carolina. June 8th, Atlanta, Georgia. June 19th, New Orleans, Louisiana. June 21st, Tampa, Florida. June 22nd, Naples, Florida. July 9th, Baltimore, Maryland. July 10th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. July 11th, Morris Plains, New Jersey. July 12th, Boston, Massachusetts. July 17th, Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
Not on it.
Did you breathe there?
I'm not on it. Just go.
July 19th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. July 20th, Cleveland, Ohio. July 23rd, Cincinnati, Ohio.
I'm not on it.
July 24th, Dayton, Ohio.
Not on it.
July 26th, Columbus, Ohio. I think you're on that one. August 8th, Bellingham, Washington. August 9th, Seattle, Washington. August 10th, Portland, Oregon. August 20th, Rochester, New York. September 17th, Salt Lake City, Utah. September 18th, Las Vegas, Nevada. October 7th, Memphis, Tennessee. October 24th, New York. October 26th, Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh my God!
I don't know why, Luke, but I feel out of breath after that.
Shut the hell up, dude.
Yeah. So after literally the day after Dad had that talk with me, because I wanted to watch Squid Game Season 3. I did.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, this is like 8 hours a thing. Like, what am I going to sit there and watch? So I just, the next morning, I just woke up and I was like, let's just watch Squid Game for 8 hours. Fuck it.
Yeah,
do no work. I was going to DM or, do something productive or edit while doing it, but I didn't.
That's good. Good for you, man. Good for you. We're going to sell no tickets? Good for you, though. I'm just kidding. No, that's nice. That's just, I still can't fathom that Dad.
In 6 months, Dad's going to be like, how come your career's gone nowhere? I'm like,
yeah,
I listened to your advice.
Yeah,
I got a girlfriend. I got friends. And it ruined my life. Okay?
Yeah, who
No, I didn't get a girlfriend. We're not.
Whoa! No, let's hear this right live on the podcast. Are you dating or not? Let's see if it's official,
dating
ladies
is different.
and gentlemen.
Okay, would you say dating is being boyfriend girlfriend? Because
dating isn't being okay. Dating is. I mean, dating is being.
Oh, then
you can see someone. You can see someone. But dating equals boyfriend girlfriend, and you guys are boyfriend girlfriend. Yeah, or fiance maybe. Yeah.
No.
Dude, what if Wyatt proposes
Anyway,
now?
So here's what I want to
Okay.
do about Squid Game, because we kind of talked briefly about our opinions about the third season of Squid Game, which, by the way, let me say, I fucking love season 1 of Squid Game. I love season 2, actually even more, arguably, than season 1 of Squid Game. And I thought season 3 was hot garbage. Okay.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay.
You're a fan.
Insane. I'm a fan. I like look.
Okay, so rank the 3 seasons for
Here's
me.
what I think. Season 3 was worse overall, but in individual episodes it was better. Almost better or as good.
No.
Yeah. Because
I
I
can't think of an
love the hide and
individual
seek episode. Love the hide and seek
Okay,
episode.
that's actually, you're
And
right.
I
That's
love,
like a classic Squid Game
it's like
episode
and
where
it's
it's
good.
a microcosm of the world.
I
love that.
I even like the jumping rope episode. I liked all these a lot more individually than
I
all
think I
together, but I
agree.
liked them all together.
But you have to understand, since it's the final season, you have to grade it on how it lands the plane, is my opinion. And
True.
Hot take, I think the Squid Game landed the plane worse than Game of Thrones did. I know you didn't watch Game of Thrones because you're a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I heard it was really
Game of
bad when
Thrones
I
is
was
the
like
famous,
6.
like, worst finale, and I think it was better than Squid Game's finale. Let me make
Okay.
the case.
Okay. Let's hear
Let's
why
go.
you think Squid
Okay,
Game's ass.
So first of all, actually, what? Yes.
I'll
No,
give
I
you like 2
Squid Game.
minutes on the
Squid-
clock. 2 minutes on
Squid
the
Game
clock.
season 3.
Or a
There's a
minute.
couple things. Okay, so the first thing is that they played up the most interesting part of season 2 for me was the dynamic between the front man and what's the name of the main guy?
Gi-hun. Song Gi-hun.
Yeah, Song Gi-hun and the front man. They're like basically parallels of each other and rivals, correct? Because they have both similar paths, and I felt it went fucking nowhere. Okay, this is gonna be spoilers for Squid Game for the next 5 minutes, so just skip on. If you're on YouTube, skip until
just
the
skip
part where it says Squid Game, in the chapters, and then there will be no spoilers. I promise. So I thought that they resolved that really horribly. It went nowhere. It didn't explain why the front man entered the game. Why did he do that? Just be a little edgelord? And then also, the other parallel for the front man, which is his brother, Inho. No, Inho's the front man. What's the name?
Juno.
Junho and Inho. It went nowhere, okay? He just went there. He saw the end of the game. He just shot like some glass, and he yelled his brother's name, and then that's it? After 3 seasons of fucking searching for this guy? Are you serious? So there's that. Then the other thing was the main bad guy of the season, which turned out to be the baby's father. That was the most inconsistent character development I've ever seen. He was like hot and cold and good and bad, and not in a like interesting developed way, because we'd never know his motivations. At the end, he was just like ultimate evil guy gonna drop the baby. By the way, fuck the baby. At first it was interesting, but then like it just seems so Mary Sue for me. Like I was like, really? We have this fucking baby? Like of course the baby's gonna win and survive. This is Netflix, okay?
No, it wasn't like, okay, I'll let you continue making your argument and then make another point.
Those are a couple of different parts of my argument. The other one is that like they wrapped up everything so badly. You're telling me the baby goes with Junho? What? How does that wrap up that plot at all? And you're telling me, so I was drawing the comparison to the Hunger Games. Because Squid Game structurally seemed very similar to the Hunger Games for me, whereas the first book versus the first season of Squid Game is they play the whole game out. The second one, you think, okay, you're going to play the game halfway, and then you're going to break and go and try to, like, rebel against the game, which they did, but unlike Hunger Games, they do it unsuccessfully, and then he just gets put back in the game, and he's just playing the game, and then he goes all the way to the finals, and then he just decides to kill himself for what? Like, what point is he proving? Only to the front man. He doesn't prove a point to anyone else. The fucking VIPs don't give a shit. It's not like he's doing this in front of the world. And also, the biggest one for me is you came into it thinking this is the last we're going to see a Squid Game. They are going to take down the institution of Squid Game, and they did not even come close.
Okay. I think, right, so let's look at all your points, right? You said number 1 was Inho versus Song Gi-hun, right? So I actually think this plot line ended somewhat well, right? Because look, it should have been a bit more rivalry between them, but it was meant to show kind of the differences between Gi-hun and Inho. That's why they showed the flashback to Inho stabbing and Gi-hun couldn't do it.
Yeah,
but actually the ending was good between them, because I thought, so when Gi-hun looked into the camera and said, "We're not horses," it was kind of cringe, but it was nice, right?
It was
like,
very cringe.
We're not horses, we're humans.
It was too, like, on the nose for me.
It was too, like, clear almost, but I didn't like that he said it. I thought he should have said it pointed at the VIPs. But I
Actually,
guess to show we are the VIPs. We're watching this. We're
that's a
enjoying
good
it.
point.
We
That's
are
a
the
good point.
VIPs. So I think that's why he was pointing at us. But
I think he should have been pointing at Inho.
maybe.
Because
Yeah, but
really, like that thing, yes, it was pointing at the VIPs, but really, he's not going to change the VIPs' mind. The whole
I know.
arc was that he changed Inho's mind, right?
Well, that's what I think he did. I think he did change
Yeah.
Inho's mind. Because
but it
at the
wasn't
end-
clear enough. Like,
Yeah,
I think
true.
if
But-
that were true, Inho should have, like, right after that, made some sort of, like, reparations with his brother. If he really had changed
maybe. True. But I think we might see Inho in American Squid Games or something like that, which is kind of weird. But
That's another thing
because
I hated.
at the end, yeah, he did that. But you could see kind of a sense of disgust on his face, almost like he
Yes,
realized
that's true.
the horror that they are people, right? Like they're not trash. And Gyun made him realize that by killing himself and not killing the baby. That was the point of the baby, I think, is the preserving of innocence and that they are human. They're not
But
just
that's
trash.
why it was too on the nose for me, too.
It was too on the nose, but it was
So, like, because, like,
I don't
if
think
you
it was
really
a
need a
horrible
baby
ending, though.
if you really need a baby to prove the fact that this is wrong, like, are you
Yeah.
being serious right now?
But that is kind of funny. But yeah,
Like, it just was a little ridiculous that Gi-hoon was like, you're gonna murder a baby? It's like, dude, have you seen the shit they've been doing? Like, murdering
Yeah.
a baby is one step farther than
But
this shit.
okay, yeah. Here's what I
They
think
were
about
gonna
that
murder
guy.
a pregnant woman. What's the fucking difference?
I don't know that guy who you know, like. But it's weird. You know, you ever think like a pedophile like has sex with a
Pregnant woman, and he's like,
But-
this is almost what
okay,
I wanted.
okay, whatever. That's what. Yeah,
We're going into
That's
new
just why
jokes,
it's good.
guys.
No, okay, no. I want to make my argument, and so Junho, the storyline between Junho and Inho, I did think it ended a bit abruptly. I didn't think the baby thing ended it well, but I thought it kind of gave Junho hope. But I didn't think that ended well. Yeah,
And you're telling me Junho, like, he just seemed happy after. It's like, bro, what? Your brother's still
Yeah.
gone. Like,
No, but I
you
think he
didn't
understood.
end the games.
He knew what. I don't know.
You have a random baby now you have to raise.
No, he knew the baby because Inho was carrying the baby
I know that.
on the way down,
but
so he knew whose baby it was. So I think he felt
didn't know whose
that-
baby it
no,
was.
Here's what I think. I think he felt like his brother had made up for it with the 45.6 billion won. Not made up for it, but like had been like, okay, because
after
remember
all that, you would think
we know
that
why
Inho. After all that, you would think Junho wouldn't take that blood money.
I know, true. But we know why Inho left. It was because his wife was sick and their kid with her baby, I think. They were sick and then they died or something.
Is
Or
that
he was
true?
trying to
I
save
guess
them.
I missed that.
Right, no, it was in like the second season first. He was trying to save them, and that's why he went to the Squid Game, and then he became whatever, right? So maybe the baby had something to do with that, I think. But for the guy switching up, which is the last thing I'll talk about, the rebellion thing, I think it just ended well because, I mean, it ended badly. They probably should have rebelled, but it just ended how life how it always works. The game isn't going to end. Like, capitalism isn't going to end. All these things aren't going to end, like, really in, like, soon, even if... Who's rebelling? I don't see anyone. So I think it's just supposed to be more of a reflection of life.
I don't like that it seems like they went for the cash grab on American Squid Game. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, who the fuck wants to see American Squid Game? Not me.
I'll watch it, yeah.
The only way I'd watch American Squid Game if it is now Inho trying to take down
That
the Squid
would be
Game.
interesting.
That would actually be an epic character arc.
Yeah.
Where he is now Gi-hoon.
That would be very interesting.
That would be sick.
He
because
is the
actually
only guy
knows-
who can become
Yeah,
the new man.
because he's the actually one. Yes, I agree. Because he's as interesting as Gi-hoon.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know what
is
about him, but he just
is
seems like
Gi-hoon.
he can lead. He's like a leading
Yeah.
man. He seems like it to me. And also, he knows the inner working of Squid Game better than anyone.
Yeah.
Because he was the front man. So
Yeah.
that would be the one arc that I would be interested. If they don't do that, which I don't think they will,
Yeah, probably
I'll be a
not.
little disappointed. And American Squid Game is just fucking corny.
Yeah.
It's just
it is.
corny. It's just
But,
fucking corny.
They were going to play like fucking Foursquare or whatever, yeah.
Do you have any more?
But,
Actually, seeing American games would... Yeah, why
Would
the
be
fuck were
pretty
they
cool.
playing the Korean-ass game in America?
Yeah, in America, I was like, Dokchi, bro? Like, no, you'd play... What do you even play in America?
Jacks?
Hopscotch or some shit?
Hopscotch?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
Hopscotch is
but,
like stupid.
Yeah, but...
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay, I don't know what Dokchi is with that Squid Game. What homeless guy is like, oh yeah, Dokchi, the classic Japanese game. Like, it's like, what, like... You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know,
what is
no,
that?
for real.
Oh,
I
yeah,
literally was thinking about
I
it all
almost
the time.
forgot. Like, Dokchi,
My
yeah.
favorite growing
Yeah,
up when I
my
grew up
favorite-
in Japan.
Yeah, it's like nobody that grows up in Japan is homeless in America. But okay,
All right.
Here's
So-
my last thing.
Here's your last thing, and then we want to go to you guys. Yeah.
The guy switching up, right? The dad switching up a ton was weirdly out of nowhere, but it was just a reflection of what the girl had kept saying. We all trusted that guy because we didn't know who he actually was. And his wife or his baby mama kept saying, like, no, this guy's evil. Like, I'm not going to trust you. Fuck you. Goon's the goat. Right? And so, but we were all like, this girl's just like a weirdo, right? But she was
No,
right.
the girl was great.
No, the girl was hot, yeah. And she was great. And she was, like, cool. But it was like, I was like, man, give the guy a chance. But then you realize, oh, shit, I mean, he is really just money hungry. But whatever. Okay, let's go to the next.
I will say,
I don't want them to have to skip this much.
I get it. But here's what I want to say, and this is something we've been kind of toying with doing on the Patreon, is tell us not who you think won the debate, but do you agree
Whose side
more
are
with
you on?
Luke or me? Do you think Squid Game's ending sucked, or do you think it was really good? Like Luke?
I thought it was good.
Good. So please comment, and we will tally them up, and next week we will see.
I agree
and,
with Luke.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see who wins that. We will go to ad break now. Are you enjoying this episode?
Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Fake.
Would you like a second episode? I get to be
guess
Billy
what?
Mays, dude. I get to fucking...
Guess
I get
what?
to, like, infomercial this
You
shit.
get to watch this ad because we want you to subscribe to our Patreon. Thank you.
For the low price of $4.99 a month, you can have access to not one, not two, not three, but 4 additional episodes of Gen Xenophobic. That's right, on Patreon.
Okay,
we do a
shut up,
second
shut up,
episode
shut up.
every single week. And not only
Jesus.
that, if you subscribe in the next 10 minutes,
Dude,
you also get access to our
this is
tour
annoying
videos.
me.
So go check out the Patreon.
Yeah, I'll post nudes on there.
Hey, we have new Patreon members, Luke.
Let's go.
Actually, it's a Gen Xenophobic OG who just upgraded from youngest child to
The
oldest
goat.
child. He used to be on Luke's side, now he's, on my side. But no, but we appreciate it, of course.
Yeah, we love him.
Shout out to Chad Adamick, the
We
OG.
saw him at the New York show.
Shout
He's
out
the goat.
to Chad. He
He's
said
the
he's going to come to
best.
this New York show. We hope
I'm excited
to
to see him again.
He said he might even come to Ohio. I think he said he can't make it, but all good. We're going to take his recommendation. He recommended us a couple
I
places,
see him
so.
comment on the Patreon. It's always nice
For
to
sure.
read. Love it. Yeah, thank you,
So,
Chad.
Shout out and thank you, Chad. We saw it earlier, but we thought we'd give you a shout out on the real episode
main.
and not
I
the
mean, you deserve it,
Patreon,
yeah.
even though the Patreon's better. Sub to the Patreon, guys. Okay, so here's
is.
what I want to talk. So obviously we're here in New York City, and the big thing is like still Mamdani. Everywhere you go, like this dude's super celebrity.
Yeah.
But there's something that's a few people are talking about. Not everyone's talking about. There's a new city council member in New York City who won, and his name is Harvey Epstein.
You're joking, right?
No.
Harvey Epstein.
Which that guy broke through the fucking glass ceiling.
I mean,
that's like if our new president's name was Hitler bin Laden. Okay?
Yeah.
You're
I
like,
mean,
this
seriously.
guy has to have some serious political skills to
Well-
overcompensate for that name.
At least he's a politician and not like in Hollywood or someone, because I don't know how you do it, but I mean, no.
Yeah, we have a great new director.
Yeah,
His name
yeah.
is Harvey Epstein. Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
oh my god, Harvey
He's gonna be doing
Epstein.
the new season of Temptation Island for Netflix.
I like how his parents came up with that, like the name Harvey, and they were like, "This is so beautiful." Like, wow.
Back when he was born, Harvey Epstein, that was a fine name, dude. But now it caps
really
your
got
potential. But he did it. He's like Michael B. Jordan, where it's like, bro, your name is Michael Jordan. You're gonna be nobody.
Yeah,
Michael B. Jordan now did it. Yeah, did it.
Yeah,
bro.
he did it because he put the B there. Literally a lot. There's
my stupid little Hitler joke.
But no, I actually was thinking about the Holocaust, right? I
do every day, pretty much.
Yeah, every second.
While I get the mail. Yeah.
Yeah. And
every time I put something in the oven. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, nice. Okay. No, I was thinking about the Holocaust, and I was like, dude, why didn't they just like call the police?
Like the Jews call the police.
I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't they just why didn't they just call the police to be like, hey guys, do you guys see what's happening here? Can you come and fix it? Like, you know what I mean?
You make a really good point here, Luke. You make a great point.
Thank you. I know. They should have.
So in your opinion, if the if the Gestapo came to take you, you should have been like 911.
Yes.
Excuse me, they're trying to take me to Auschwitz. That's your opinion.
You should have been like, hey, I think there's some Nazis out here trying to kill me. Can you come and get me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what the cops are there for. This is the most privileged. Yeah, this is the cops. Why wouldn't the cops help?
It's such a ridiculous.
Thank God
Luke.
I mean,
guys.
there's no
Luke
black
says
Jews.
things. Luke says things. Actually, I was on the internet the other day. I saw a black Jew.
Really? That guy?
Yeah.
He calls the cops and like Nazis
It's like,
and
bro,
the cops are after.
bro, have you met Jews? They're not taking you seriously, bro. They
No, well,
like,
I mean, it's like,
come on.
you
Okay,
take
what was I
it-
gonna say?
you
This
taking-
Luke,
That's a
Luke
lot of L's.
fucking complained. So we put out a really cool like combo,
yeah.
like a partner stand up reel. Where Luke goes, I'm trying to date 18-year-old girls. It's not working. Luke gets mad at me because he's like, dude, you're posting this embarrassing shit, bro. This is why I can't get girls in real life. He's in front of cameras right now, and he goes, yeah, the Jews should have just called the police.
Okay.
And then he's like,
well,
Wyatt's editing this to make me look like an idiot.
the media is they're extorting
media.
me. The media. No,
The
it's
self-controlled media.
okay, yeah. Obviously, I say, but it's like I still don't want to post it on my story. Like no teenage girls like watching through the podcast. Like, okay, well, no, I'm not. Like, if they see it on my story, it's so clear. But yeah, I was kind of complaining about that, and yeah, that does suck. But
That's bullshit.
it's fine.
Luke,
It doesn't matter.
we don't have much time left. Let's go to our Gen Z word of the week real quick.
So our Gen Z word of the week, it's not a word this time. I actually have one.
It's
Fuck
never
you guys.
a fucking word. Can we just call it let's call it a Gen Z trend of the week then, if you're not going to come up with a fucking word.
Trend. That's a nice name, but it's not a word this time. It's a number.
It's a number. There's
It's a
a
number.
new number? New number drop?
Like 420, like 69, like what
Those
are
the
some
only
others?
two. Those are the only
Really, there's only two. There's actually a new one that
Okay.
you go up. Let me tell you, if you're watching the podcast, you go up to any kid from the ages 6 through 18.
Oh my God. Sorry, this has nothing to do, but I was in my dream the other day, and this little kid at a water park was being an asshole to me, so I told him he's chopped, and he was really mad. Okay.
You wanted me to say Gen Z word of the week. All of a sudden, you're calling. Okay, whatever. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Let me say my. Okay, nice. But so yeah, if you go up to a 6 to 18-year-old and ask them, like, say this to them,
I go up to a lot of
sneak it into
18-year-olds.
conversation. Sneak it into conversation. Yeah, and they'll get it.
What's the number?
Probably guys, probably not girls. The number is it's like, yeah, dude. I don't know. I was kind of thinking like I'm taking next year, the amount of classes I'm taking is probably around 6, 7.
What's 6'7"?
6, 7. I just bumped up in a highway. 6, 7. You've never heard of it?
No,
It's 6, 7. So I don't know exactly what it means. There's no specific meaning. The funniest thing, you just say it and people will laugh. It's like really funny.
Why? No, there's gotta
There's
be a
no
meaning.
no. So really, all there was is there was a ton of edits at a point where there would be a song and some like some guy would just be talking and then he'd bring up the number 6, 7 and then it would smash cut to LeBron dunking and a song that'd be like 6, 7. I just bumped up in the highway 6, 7 like. And so basically what it's just saying is it's just you're supposed to sneak it into conversations to where you're like, yeah, I don't know, I work out like 6 to 7 times a week and then everybody's getting like, oh, like and then it is funny. It is funny.
This is retarded.
It's really funny. I actually want to make
Okay.
a reel. I want to make a reel where I just do that and then I look directly into the camera while I'm doing stand-up, like in front of people. I think it would go viral. Nobody in the audience would laugh, but it would go fucking viral. Let me tell you.
Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So 6, 7
Oh, shit.
is the new one.
Okay, well, that takes us to our last segment that we always do, new jokes. I'm going to be real with you right now, Luke. I haven't really written jokes this week. I was too busy living life, as my father would like.
Luckily,
So can you go first?
I also haven't written jokes this week.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You have
so
nothing?
I was gonna hope. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll say a premise that's not a premise. I was just gonna bring it up earlier. I'm not gonna use
Actually,
this in stand-up.
same.
I was gonna bring it up
Premise
earlier,
I
but I
want to
didn't
do
have
in
time.
stand-up, but I don't know how to make it funny at all.
No, this is just a thing.
All right, let's hear it.
This isn't really a premise, but it's kind of funny to me, just as an idea. But actually, I could do that one. No, that's really horrible. But I'll do both. So one of them is like every kid, when you're a kid, right? Like in high school, you think like as soon as you get a girlfriend, all your problems will be solved. Like in a second, like everything. You're like, that's the cause of all my problems. That's why I'm bad at cross country. I don't have a girlfriend. Like that's why I'm like retarded. I don't have a girlfriend. Like it actually does feel like that. The second thing is actually
my father hits me.
Yes. Okay, I'm not gonna say the second one.
Oh, yeah, save it for next week. Come on. Actually, can you please? Instead of me, I will give you my joke. So I have no joke. This is a first here on Gen Xenophobic. You can do an extra joke for me because I've been too busy living it up.
You do it.
I was, I don't have anything.
What's
good.
your thing
Okay,
that
I wanted to do a bit because I think this will really hit for the older generation, where I'm just like, so I'm in a relationship, and I don't mean boyfriend and girlfriend. I mean that new thing that Gen Z does, where they're basically boyfriend and girlfriend for 2 years, but they don't want anyone to call them that.
That's kind of funny.
You know?
Yeah, that's fun.
It's kind of funny. You know what I mean?
It is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's not really funny.
It's not really. Yeah, but it's just it's a nice thing.
But like back in the day, dude, boyfriend and girlfriend wasn't serious shit. You'd know someone for 3 weeks, like, yeah, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. Now it's like you gotta fucking.
No, boyfriend girlfriend is serious now.
It's pretty serious now. All right, guys, listen. If you enjoyed this episode, if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell us who won the debate earlier, and turn on notifications. That's a big one. You will get updates. We post stand up every single Saturday, and sometimes Sunday, and we post podcast episodes every single Wednesday. If you're watching this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please remember to follow the show and leave us a 5-star review. The reviews do a lot.
Hell yes.
So remember to sub to the Patreon. We're going to keep yapping there.
Yeah.
See you on Sunday.
Check out Reese.
Just rolled up with the rocksters, stack breaking the block up. We don't deal with imposters, pop up. I just pulled up with a 5 G's, cooking up that 5 G, revving like it's a robbery.